All right. Hello. The Dharma in CS2. Um, Second take of the video. I spent about 2 minutes rambling about nonsense, and now that I have my thoughts together, let's get straight to the layout with one more comment. This map is being developed by Gino, the original map maker, and Frisk, an ex-Valve employee, and also a Valorant map maker and visual 3D artist. So it's going to be fucking awesome to see the visuals getting a facelift. The Dharma was always kind of a darker map in its base color palette, with splashes of super bright surfaces, very reminiscent of the OG theme. The map is set in India, so expect a lot of color. I love this map. It got into it was played in Face It for an extended period of time. I believe it missed an operation window, but meanwhile it was not enjoying the Valve's official support. It was getting updated with awesome models and bright surfaces and clean visuals and gameplay changes. So let's get to the layout actually, and I'll talk a little bit more about the map. Anyway, bomb sites are very minimalistic. I remember the CS:GO version having like some fences over along the building, and maybe this time around when it's a solid building, maybe we can see a little deepened, like a doorway as piece of cover somewhere. I like the approach of the minimal bomb sites, but then again, minimal usually, you know, when I look at this bomb site over here, you have a gray box. You could do anything. Then why keep it this way? Well, let me tell you why to keep it this way. The OG bomb site played very well, and it's the surrounding areas that really spice up the gameplay. When it comes to bomb sites, you want to have, like, when you have a little bit more different of a layout, the bomb site being standard as it is the place to kind of like mentally rest your mind when like thinking about the concept of how to unwrap the bomb site. One thing, if there's something that I would change, this is the bomb site though with the beautiful elephant statue. Let's imagine a beautiful elephant here. One thing that I would change, if you don't want to add any more cover boxes or anything, then why not add more angle options? So how to spice this up? Maybe cutting this from here and extruding like a walk, little step that you can stand on. If you don't want to offer any more cover, like favored cover like this, obviously the player behind here peeking into this, you're super covered. It's a headshot angle. Then give us some variation between angles. Just a little teeny tiny step extruding from here. Plop. The players can, like, you know. And also like this, there were, I remember when playing, there were some like merry-go-round situations where players are kind of like playing cat and mouse around this, you know, hee, can't catch me. So just deviate and alterate a little bit on the gameplay. You know, you could stand on the someone's running behind you. You jump onto the ledge and you wait them, and then like pop, boom in the head, while their head is like here, and you're like, oh, dead. That sort of thing, you know. The map's spaces have gotten quite large now. I don't think there's like with just making areas big, overpass long comes to mind. That's a super open, large area. It doesn't really matter where you place the smoke in there. It doesn't. You cannot cover the whole thing, even though smokes in CS2 are a little bit larger, depending on, you know, they're volumetric now. TM, they fill differently. But what I'm trying to say is that it puts less emphasis on utility, and in places like this, you're just rotating through, and rarely a terrorist player is going to be able to like push in here. So I like this from concept side of things. of CTs pushing in to retake. So how open the area is, it punishes players like terrorist players pushing out here and just like being in the open. No, you're gonna you're gonna stick next to the walls, stay in the bomb site, and then just try to play with the space you have. But then the con that came to mind is that then again, if you want to have some covering util, remember in CS2 you can blow up the smoke now. You can do this. You can have defensive smoke and then use that to, what do they call it? Breaching the smoke? Is that the official term? Then the open area definitely allows for that, but maybe some tighter position. Actually, in this area you could add some sort of a cover just for retaking's sake. Just from getting from this point to here a little bit safer. Because this is if a terrorist gets to defend here. It's very open. Let's not forget, it's not reflected in the radar. This it used to be a rug shop, I believe. It's not on the radar, but doesn't matter. It's in our hearts and in our minds. Also, look how symmetrical the map is from here. I wish I could tilt the map like on the radar 90 degrees, but it's like one donut, second donut, third donut. And then you have two donuts over here. Plop, plop. And then actually two donuts over here. Did I just ruin Dharma for everyone? No, come on. Yeah, maybe some cover in this area. It's like one piece of cover that you can actually get behind. Maybe having one of these. Pushing it into the middle of the street. Just an idea. But for retaking, just from pushing from one area to another. But then again, areas tend to be pretty dynamic in CS already. So having like one set of, oh, this is the cover that you have to use for this, blah, blah, blah. You know, never tends to be the same. The B-bomb site. It's a little bit more interesting. It has some verticality to it. A-bomb site, I'd say it's the flattest bomb site I've ever seen. And with the elevated little plateau, step, chair, bench, question mark. Could have a little bit more elevation. But yeah, nothing too terrific. This is surf. Oh my god. Yes, please. More of this. Oh my lord. I love it. Let's have this crying face. There's tears of happiness. Look at it. Oi. Okay. This bomb site had kind of I wouldn't call it an issue, but it definitely came into my mind after playing it in a map core playlist and a couple times in MapInk. So this bomb site is kind of plain. I like plain bomb sites quite a lot. Like based on my comments as well, like you can say everything from that I said here, insert it here. It has the heaven area, but I remember this bomb site having a little bit of an issue of the default positions getting like utiled to fuck all the time, because like that corner or like that box is kind of annoying and tedious to push behind, so that would get mollied. And then in the playlist, like there was no other position to play. I remember here being like a back position, and I kind of miss it. It's like one more position, but then again, like because that box got mollied so much, and then players would just like push out here, they didn't have to like worry about anything. Is there a way to actually reintroduce the box back? Maybe make this wall so that the back box would go like this, maybe. Sorry, that the box would be here and the wall would be here. Now that with one molly you could take out both positions. You can do that. That molly spread is massive. But would it be too bad to have like this cover and that cover over there? maybe introducing the same sort of a cover idea, like this one over here, to here, or here. That's a very bad idea, actually. Maybe on this side, so you could have a very safe position. This area. Okay, so the molly issue definitely was a thing. I wouldn't call it necessarily an issue. It's really good that players use utility, but when the most basic of a position gets mollied out multiple times after like round after round after round, like every position is kind of like a very risky position to play. This got mollied out. Let's say that this gets mollied out. Then you're left with this, playing around this, playing backside. You can start to see the issue of there not being that much to play around on the bomb site. It's well paced, I'd say, but giving the players one more position to play around would be pretty much my take to this bomb site. Obviously, there's the pit. You can get like some nice angles over here, but you're gonna get stuck. And if the T's have any util in hand, you're not gonna be peeking that angle if someone's in here. So that's not necessarily a defensive CT angle. But if the T's have any util whatsoever, they're just gonna get stuck there. You know, they don't even have to peek you the plant. I made this point in the last take of this video. I pretty much said that overpass has on B bomb site. How many rounds of overpass have you played that someone on the CT side has been playing on barrels? Like every round or like every game of overpass ever, there's always like 10 rounds of CT positioned in barrels. And that's fine having like that powerful positions. It's then it's a matter of utility, and it's just finding like a good molly to molly the barrels position out, and then it becomes a question of creativity. Obviously, like better players will find those positions earlier than the bad players, and they will gravitate towards using like more novel and more creative ways to hold an angle from a position that doesn't look that powerful. But good players can make the bad, quote unquote, bad position to reflect like the elements of the good position. So here, what I was trying to say is that the bad positions, like even this position here, which is kind of a mundane position, gets the attention, the utility attention of a very powerful good position. And that's kind of the issue that I have with this position. So B-bomb side, just from speaking from experience with this map, with other maps, playing a fuck ton of CS, and being a fan of utility, definitely comes to mind like that sort of a dynamic. If the worst position gets the attention from utility side of things that a good position would, then there's definitely a lack of like very good positioning. If anything, like it's funny. This bomb site reminds me of like a bomb site of Ancient. But this map was made like way before Ancient was made, and the bomb site like cover placement has been like this for quite a long time. There used to be a truck here which like covered or added quite a lot of cover and some barrels around and whatnot. But maybe some of those elements could be brought back. And I like this. I love this box. I like this. I like that a lot. This back wall could be made a little bit deeper so that you can actually hide a little bit better, and you know, if someone throws a utility, throws a molly here. Look at the glove matching with the flame. There's a little bit more space to like jiggle around, and then, you know, this gets mollied. I would love there to be a little bit of a pocket to like hide behind the molly on this side as well. So you have to actually like molly the back pocket to get rid of it. Not just like generally molly the whole area. This I don't have an issue. Don't think. Oh, there's even a ramp here to get rid of the closer angles. That's a good thing. I like this back pocket here. I like that a lot. This area I don't really have any comments. Nothing to comment on since it's quite literally the same. Maybe having like 50, like halfway through here, have like a PowerPoint. With a PowerPoint, I just mean a good cover to push up close to, and then hold this so that you can actually control half of the room before taking the rest of it, you know? Then I like this a lot. It's cool. This thing here, this area was always the same. And I don't agree with this sideline. Like this double peak, I don't think should be a thing here. So that the T player, without actually taking anything, they can be they can be peeking from here, and they can be peeking from here. If anything, I'd say that this balcony area should be like just a ledge on this side, so that you can have a little bit more deviance between like peeking from the stairs. Like already this angle change from peeking like bottom of the stairs, peeking top of the stairs, and peeking from the imaginary lip that would be here. That's already like 3 angle changes to the position that you can be peeking. So already like that would give a little bit more control from CT side of things, this area. But this just creates, like it promotes rushing, it gives crazy angles to the bomb side in post plant. It makes this guy scared, and it's just, you have to smoke it off. And that, I think, adds to the one-dimensionality of the bomb side, of like just having to result into you have to smoke it in order to play the map. And as I grow older with the knowledge of 1,000 failed projects, having to use utility to do a simple thing every round, it's not the best thing in the long run. It's repetition. There's a great Japanese saying or a quote that I can't put my finger on it, but you know what I mean. With definitely you want to do a thing with your tool set in a game. You want to use the tool set, but when it's so important to establish like a one simple thing, then is it really worth it? You're just gonna kind of burn out your players, and it's a given. And your players on this site, if they don't have a smoke, if they're on an eco, they will just like say, that's fuck it, like stack A, don't even go B, you're gonna get killed. But yeah, that's my take on this. And this small choke point, I like it that it's super tight, and I like it that it corresponds to the heaven, and I like it that it corresponds to here. Like this bomb site, if anything, it has a great sense of the X theory. I cringe whenever I say that, but it's the most sophisticated way to describe what I mean. In my findings, the best Counter-Strike bomb sites always introduce a crossing side of or a line of fire. Heaven, main, CT, stair position. They have crossing fire sights of fire lines of fire. That's the word. This way, this way, this way, this way. Maybe even in. No, never mind. But you know what I mean. You can have two players covering each other while giving offensive firefight to the opposing angle. Same on A side, and this is actually really fun to do. Go to your favorite map, Mirage, Inferno, Nuke. Just play on the site. Look at the most default CT position to play, and look at the terrorist approach. You will find some sort of crossing X sightline, firefight, line of fire. Here, X, or line. This way as well, line, and they always cross. Even if they make like this sort of an X, it's still an X. And the theory stands true. This is what I find with my maps. Sometimes when I like design a bomb site, I always try to establish that sort of a design. Note to any map makers: do that as well. You will. This is the thing that your doctor doesn't want for you to know. You know, doctors hate him. Exposing the X theory. Okay, that's about it. 21 minutes 40 seconds. That's how long I've been rambling on. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. I love you guys. And ta-ta. Catch you in the next one. See ya.